All right, so this name of the book is Solwi. All right. Solwi was born the color of midnight. She looked nothing like her family, not even a little, not even at all. Mama was the color of dawn, and Baba the color of dusk, and Mitch, her sister, was the color of high moon. Hardly anyone at school looked like Solwi either. People gave her sister Mitch pet names like Sunshine and Ray and Beauty. People gave Solwi names like Blackie and Darky and Night, and Solwi felt very hurt every time. So she hid away while her sister made lots of friends. That's not very nice to make her feel excluded because of the color of her skin or maybe the way she was born. That's not very nice at all. Solvi dreamed of being the same color of her sister. She wanted real friends too. It's really sad. So she got the biggest eraser she could find and tried to rub off a layer of two of her darkness. That hurt. She crept into Mama's room and helped herself to her makeup. Oh no, she would hear about this from Mama. Solwi decided to work from inside and only ate the lightest, brightest foods. Have you guys ever played with your mom's makeup and gotten in trouble? Or it looks like she's eating a bunch of foods that are light colored because she thinks if she eats light colored foods like the bread and the bananas and the mushrooms, that maybe it would change her skin tone so then she could look like the other kids. With a stomach ache, she went to bed early and turned to God for a miracle. And this is what she said: Dear Lord, why do I look like midnight when my mother looks like dawn? Please make me as fair as the parents I'm from. I want to be beautiful, not just pretend. I want to have daylight. I want to have friends. If you hear me, my Lord, and would like to comply, may I wake up as bright as the sun in the sky. Amen. When Mama came in to wake her for school the next morning, Solvi rose to find not a trace of daylight in her midnight skin. Solvi told Mama everything. Mama asked, What is your name? Solvi, she muttered. And what does it mean? Star, Solvi whispered. Brightness is not in your skin, my love. Brightness is just who you are. As for beauty, Mama said, rubbing Solvi's stomach, the way she felt did to comfort her. You are beautiful, Solvi sighed. Well, you are beautiful to me, but you can't rely on what you look like to make you feel beautiful, my sweet. Real beauty comes from your mind and your heart. It begins with how you see yourself, not only how others see you. Now, up to you, and out you go. Sometimes we don't always feel pretty. We have to remember that people do think you're pretty and that we just kind of are sometimes really hard on ourselves. How could she, as dark as she was, have brightness in her? How could she have beauty when no one but her mother seemed to see it? How could she be a star? And that night, a shooting star appeared at Solvi's window. The night sent me. The star said, Come with me. Solvi hopped into the star and off they went. Wow, that is a cool looking star. That is really cool. Have you guys ever seen a shooting star? Look at her. Long ago, at the beginning of time, said the star, there was night and day, and they were sisters. There's night. It's kind of hard to see, and then there's day. Here you can see it better on this page. They loved each other very much, but people didn't treat the sisters the same. Do you guys feel like maybe sometimes your siblings are treated differently than you? Because it's kind of what was happening with night and day, it looks like. With daytime, it looks like they called her lovely and nice and pretty. And nighttime, she was called scary, bad, and ugly. People gave Day pet names like lovely and nice and pretty, and people gave night names like scary and bad and ugly. She felt hurt every time. Well, Night got up and got fed up and walked right off the earth. Day stayed behind and enjoying making everyone happy in the sun. But then Day grew too long. Day began to really miss her sister. So did everybody else. So what happened was when Night left, now it's sun all the time, and now they're getting sick of it because it's too long and they need Day. Just like we all need everyone, and we can't just live off or just want some people. Everyone makes a difference. They had to be a way to get her back. Day set off in the fine night, and she did. I miss you, said Day. I miss you too, said Night. But you don't know what it's like to be treated badly for being dark. You're right, I don't, Day replied. But what I do know is what we need, just the way you are. Come and see. Ooh, it's so pretty. Night returned to the people rejoiced. We need the darkest night to get the deepest rest. We need you so that you can grow and dream and keep your secrets to ourselves. The stars chimed in. Brightness isn't just for daylight. Light comes in all colors, and some light can only be seen in the dark. While day had a golden glow, night, everything had a silver sheen, elegant and fine. Day told her sister, when you are the darkest is when you are the most beautiful. It's when you are most you. Could it be that night did not need to change, not even a little, not even at all? Now that night and day were back together, the little bit of night returned to day in the form of shadows. A little bit of day returned to night in the form of moonlight. They were inseparable from that moment on and promised to celebrate the brightness in each other, whether people chose to see it or not. You see, the star explained, we need them both on their sunniest day and on their darkest night, and every shade in between. Together, they make up the world we know, light and dark, strong and beautiful. Solvi rose the next morning, beaming. She looked so excited. There would be no hiding anymore. She belonged out in the world, dark and beautiful and bright and strong. Look at her go. And if she ever needed a reminder of her brightness, she could look up into the sky on the darkest night to see for herself. Solvi felt beautiful inside and out. The end. This book was based on an author that wrote the book actually herself. And yeah, she wrote about how it was like for her to be growing up. But overall, after I read this book, I strongly think that my pace went really well with this book. I can read it very slow, and I feel like it's very understandable for kids to listen to. I asked lots of questions throughout the book and kind of like made comments about things that I saw on the pages to kind of keep the kids engaged. I think that's an important part. And then obviously my hand placement, I was able to hold the book very open and visible, and then be able to flip the pages and let everyone see as I'm flipping the pages. When I point to things, hold it up and let them see. But overall, I think this book had a little bit more content. I think it's a good one.